Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to explore some amazing and surprising facts about some of the most famous historical figures you've ever heard of. You might think you know everything about them, but I bet you didn't know these lesser known details that make them even more intriguing. Brace yourself for something amazing. Let's get started. Did you know that Albert Einstein could have been the president of Israel? That's right, the genius physicist was offered the job in 1952, but turned it down. He said he lacked the natural aptitude and experience to deal with people and politics. You might think that Marie Curie's notebooks are priceless treasures of science, but you wouldn't want to touch them with your bare hands. That's because they're still glowing with radioactivity even after more than a century. Anyone who wants to study them has to wear special protective gear and sign a liability waiver. Before he became the leader of the free world, Abraham Lincoln was a master of the booze world. He was a licensed bartender and co-owner of a tavern called Berry and Lincoln in Illinois. He even had his own signature drink called Lincoln's Log Cabin, which was made with whiskey, lemon, honey, and nutmeg. Cleopatra is one of the most famous Egyptian queens, but she wasn't actually Egyptian at all. She was a descendant of Ptolemy I, who was one of Alexander the Great's generals and founded the Greek dynasty in Egypt. Cleopatra spoke Greek and probably knew some Egyptian, but she was the first ruler of her family to learn the local language. Napoleon Bonaparte is often portrayed as a short and insecure man who tried to compensate for his height by conquering Europe, but in reality, he was taller than the average Frenchman of his time, standing at 5'7". The confusion comes from the fact that he used a different measuring system than the British, who were his enemies and liked to mock him. Martin Luther King Jr. is one of the most influential civil rights leaders in history, but he wasn't born with that name. His original name was Michael King Jr., after his father, but when his father visited Germany in 1934, he was inspired by the Protestant reformer Martin Luther and decided to change both their names. Benjamin Franklin was not only a founding father of America, but also a fan of fresh air. He believed that exposing his body to cold air would improve his health and prevent diseases. He called this practice air baths and would often sit naked in front of an open window for an hour or more. Gengis Khan is known for being one of the most ruthless conquerors in history, but he also had a softer side. He was very tolerant of different religions and cultures, and even had advisors from various faiths, including Islam and Christianity. He also granted religious freedom to his subjects and exempted them from taxes. Mozart was a musical genius who composed some of the most beautiful melodies ever heard, but he also had a musical pet who could sing along with him. He had a starling bird that he bought from a pet shop after hearing it whistle part of his piano concerto, number 17. He loved the bird so much that he held a funeral for it when it died. Leonardo da Vinci is famous for painting the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, but he was also a man of many talents. He was an expert in mathematics, engineering, anatomy, botany, and astronomy. He designed inventions such as flying machines, tanks, submarines, and parachutes. He even wrote backwards in his notebooks to keep his secret safe. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Please do like and subscribe to help the channel grow.